Amy McCord-Jones with Flower Moxie. Thank you so much for being on my channel. If we help you at all with your flower journey, like and subscribe. It would really help us out. So what we're talking about today is Lisianthus, which is one of my favorite flowers. As a new florist, I didn't love it because I didn't love the closed buds. I didn't love how everything was all attached. It came in smushed. So I didn't really know how to work with it properly. And if you've noticed, I've put a lot of Lisianthus in the packages because it's very consistent. It's surprisingly very hardy, and there's a lot of great things about it. And I've just kind of moved more away from ranunculus just because their stem can't always support the head of a ranunculus, so it curves and you have to wire it, and a lot of my DIY clients don't like to do that. So I've started swapping out ranunculus for Lisianthus. But I want to talk about some of the great things about it and the complaints that we get, and I want to address that. So first, let's talk about the complaints. The biggest complaint that we have is there's closed buds and it comes more smashed. And that is absolutely true. So these buds, we get asked often, when will they open? What can I do to make these closed buds open? And the fact is that they won't. That is part of getting Lisianthus, is you're going to have closed buds and open ones, and the closed ones will not open with time. So I love these guys. They work great in boutonnieres. I often cut Lisianthus apart just because you have multiple stems on one main stem. And so if I'm building a bouquet, this is too much for me to probably work with, so I'd rather split it up. The second complaint that we get is it comes in looking smashed and flat. And that is true. Like, I got these a few hours ago and they have fluffed up, but when I pulled them out and they were still in their wrapping, they were looked like they had been like smashed with books. That shouldn't scare you because you can fluff them up. And that's part of working your product. As a florist, and you'll learn this if you're a florist or if you're DIYing, the flowers don't fall out of the box looking incredible like what a florist would hand you. Those flowers don't look like that when you first receive them. You have to work your product, and we have tips on each product page on what to do with those, like ranunculus, you want to wire. Lisianthus, if they come in looking a little smushed, you can reflex them. And I like reflexing them anyways. Surprisingly, they're very hardy. And so reflexing is when you just pull back the petals. It looks a little bit different than what it would look like for a rose. Sorry, it's a bit of like some rain happening today. So the sun keeps peeking out behind the clouds and messing up our lighting. So you know, I'm gentle with it, but you don't have to be too precious. Like the petals are thin and delicate, but surprisingly they're really tough. So I'll kind of blow into it to get it open, and then I'll take my fingers in the center and just gently kind of pull it back. So this has a lot of petals on it, so it's not going to reflex as well as like a brown Lisianthus or these white ones. But I fluffed it out. You can see the center. It gives a different look to it, and we'll do it with this white one. So sometimes they come in this perfect little rosette shape, which is fantastic, but I would say I get them like this only maybe half the time. And I think it's a certain variety that has that really nice rose shape to it. But even with the white ones, they're so easy to reflex. And that's part of what you just have to do as a florist. And when you're DIYing your flowers, you are a florist at least for the week. So you have to work this product to get it like you like it, because it doesn't always just come in like that. So I can reflex this out even more, and I like it because it ends up looking like a Cosmo or a Helleborus, and you can even really open the closed ones as well. So if you don't like the closed buds, it takes a while, but petal by petal, you can sit and open this up. So this guy was completely closed, and we just opened him up, And this would be perfect to pull into a centerpiece if you just want a little bit of a different texture, a little bit of a different ruffle when it comes to the petal. That's a really great thing to do. And like I said, I always cut up my Lisianthus. So if I were to use this in a bouquet, to get this prepared for a bouquet, I would take off this longer piece, and then it would be, do I want to take this off? And I probably would, because they're too far spaced apart. But that doesn't mean that these items are trash, because these are perfect for boutonnieres, crowns, corsages, centerpieces, and even at the bottom of a bouquet, this is long enough for me to still pull it in. So that's all I pretty much have on Lisianthus. It's one of my favorites. It comes in so many colors, and I just love the various shapes and the different looks I can give, and I feel like I get a lot for my money with this flower. Thank you for joining us. If you have any questions or special requests, then let us know. I'm happy to do a video to help you with whatever you need. Thank you so much.